and we are out here grinding, bros. We have to bring you this view right here because we are currently fishing from the bank. Now, why are we fishing from the bank? We're fishing from the bank because the brakes on the trailer, the parking brake, is frozen. So that's not going to stop us from getting out here and grinding. We're going to see what we can get. Well, first fish, a shad. Ooh, shallow, just a little shad. All right, too bad that doesn't count. But we caught ourselves a little shad. Yo, what's up, Unlimited? It is going to be hard for me to see you guys since we are fishing. I gotta cover my ears, bros. And since we are fishing from this setup, it's gonna be hard for me to read you guys. But we will try and remain somewhat entertaining. This microphone will only last for so long before it also kills my battery, and then I'll have to unplug it, and then we'll go from there. But let's see what we got so far. Yo, what up? I didn't get the lower unit serviced. Dude, I wanted to be out here on the boat, but the trailer the brake on the trailer is frozen. So it's the parking brake or the whatever brake. It's frozen to the trailer, so I cannot loosen that. So we are going to fish from the bank, hopefully catch a fish, and just get out of here. That wind is very chilly. Let me put my gloves back on. I took my gloves off so that I could... Where'd my gloves go? I took my gloves off so that I can set this up. I don't know about that, dog. I don't plan to be out here for a long time. But I might be. Who knows? All right, we are gloved up. Most of all skin is covered. We are sort of hidden. Let's see how these gloves work. This is the first time that we have utilized these gloves while we're fishing. The thumbs are a little long so far, but they are windproof and waterproof. I think I'm going to change the location that my phone is at in a second. We're just hoping for that one bite, guys. The one bite that will send us home. That's all we're looking for. Let's see if we give you this weird look from here, but it's better for me to see you. Yo, what up, old school? So, yeah, dudes. The trailer parking brake froze, so I could not release that brake. So that is why we are not on silver right now. So then we say, you know what? Then let's just take it to the bank. We'll take it all the way to the bank. I think I can go over to the other side. Now the other side is going to be a lot windier. Oh, I am well aware of that, bro. I'm well aware of the temperatures right now. The question is, are the fish aware of the temperatures? I don't even know why the moderator put up that bounty. I don't foresee that bounty happening, but you never know. You never know. All right, we're just going to in fact, where we're at, we're probably going to get a weird sunburn. I just couldn't believe that the boat parking brake was the problem. Bro, I just hope to catch a small one. I don't even care, bro. I don't even care about the size of this fish. I just need a small fish just to keep the streak alive. We ain't greedy. We are not greedy at all. Not at all, bro. Little fish, come on. Yo. JRV, what's up? Just out here freezing, dog. On the bank. Hopefully you guys are nice and warm wherever you guys are at. Dudes, I saw a fish come up. It wasn't apparently going after my bait, but I saw a fish. What was it doing here? I don't know. Now I hope nobody asked me for the water temp because I don't know it. Kiva Moon, what's happening? I'm just out here freezing. Vikings and Cowboys late game. All right, well, I guess we can freeze all day then. But I'd still like to go watch some football. So let's hope that we don't, because if I'm out here, I can't watch football on this setup. So there were signs of a fish, but I don't know. I might put a Nico on right now. Yo, what up, Tom? Yeah, the streak must live on, bro. We were gonna get out on the water with Silver, but the parking brake is frozen. So I can't move her. I mean, the trailer moves, but it makes a nasty noise. So I don't want to do that all the way over to the ramp. I don't know about trailer down, bro. It's just frozen. So when it unfreezes, it'll be back to normal. I have to put a beanie on and possibly my cool goggles so that I limit the skin exposure. Or I could just catch a fish and then end it all. Either way works. Either way works for me. It's not like I want to be out here. Not in this temps or these temps. Yo, what up, Ortiz? Oh, I forgot the scarves, bro. The scarves were on the boat. I had put them on the boat because I thought I was coming out here on the boat. But then I guess there were different plans. So there are no scarves here. So pardon me for forgetting the scarves, but I am near a bridge, bro. There is ice building up on my guides. It's weird. Probably doesn't help that I keep hitting the water with the tip. But that's neither here nor there. Let's make something cool happen. What is that? Sent a gift? Some hot cocoa? Who sent that hot cocoa? Dang! Let me see what this hot cocoa is. This is from Giado? I don't know, but I do appreciate that hot cocoa. Even though I do not partake in processed sugars right now, I do appreciate that hot cocoa. Thank you very much. God, jewelry, who even knows what that means, bro? Nobody knows. It's provocative. All right, we have 4 rods with us, guys. I tried this jerkbait out real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna slow it down and I'm gonna throw I have to tie it on though. I'm an idiot. I didn't tie it on before I came out here. I'm gonna tie on what do you call it? Well, let me throw this jighead minnow out there. But I'm gonna tie on a straight into the bridge. I'm gonna tie on a Nico rig. And now I got my jighead minnow stuck, and this is the only jighead minnow we have. I didn't bring any replacement jighead minnows. Whatever. But he got back out. He's free. Well, that's the least of my concerns. That electricity right there will warm me up. I think it would end up warming me up, bro, so. Maybe not a bad thing. That wind is definitely pushing my my rod and my line. So let me try and get a different angle here, guys, for you. But then that means that I'm not going to be able to really interact. But you guys will at least be able to see what's going on. So I'll have to turn around and see what's up. I didn't bring a setup for my phone because, bro, the wind will blow it down and then my phone will be broken and then, well, you know, and then I'm gonna be mad that my phone broke. So I'm gonna let this sink to the bottom, which more than likely means that I'm gonna end up with a drum when I bring it back. But let's see what happens. It's on the bottom. If you guys are not aware, the current temperature is, I don't know, feels like not above freezing. And it's definitely breezy. So let's get you a better angle, guys. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be a better angle. I also gotta be concerned about areas where someone might have had a mic off moment over here. So I don't know. Well, I don't know if this is better, but it is an angle. That's the problem with not having that phone stand. But again, it's too windy for that phone stand. There's limits to what can be done. I'm throwing a jig head minnow out here in hopes that somebody sees my little vato floating there. Moderator, if you are trying to get a hold of me, texting is not going to work. Just FYI, because I cannot see my watch. It's inside of my jacket. I cannot change screens on my phone without killing the live. So if you need to get a hold of me, call me and then I'll kill the live. Yo, what up, Grandmaster? What up, Face? This is going to be a very entertain yourselves kind of situation here, guys, because the setup is not great for interaction, seeing as how you guys are behind me and I have no way of seeing what you guys are saying. So, I mean, you guys might be mean. But just know that I'm out here on the grind. I'm throwing under the bridge. Come on, baby. Something bite this little minnow so I can get out of here. Oh, no, you guys can barely see my shoulder even. Let me take a step back. The wind is currently at my back, so that's good. I am going to eventually put on an eco rig and toss it out here, but I got to get the will to do it. There's a Maria. Buenos dias, Maria. What did I miss? Well, I didn't miss Snozook being Snozook, so that's great. Come on, Snozook. That's the first question that you ask. Just because I can't look behind me, bro, doesn't mean that I won't be seeing these comments later on. You're starting to get real close to that Deborah line. Oh, Snozook. Come on, dog. We all know that that word has meaning here. Now, if you act like you don't know what that means, you can't act innocent, bruh. Everybody knows what that means, except for my brother, surprisingly. Everybody who watches the broadcast. Now, if you're a new person, you're going to have no idea. Come on, Jighead Minnow. Save the day. Is it warmer here? Nah, bro. It is definitely not warmer here. Definitely not warmer. At least I don't think. Right now, it feels like of something very low, something below freezing, and it is a just, I guess, air temp of like maybe 30 something. Now, Snozook, there's different levels of potentially being funny. Now, being funny, like if you're talking to a vato, well, that's going to be a little bit more tolerated. But being funny and talking to a senorita, bro, that is not the same. It's called a double standard. Life is full of them. And understanding the nuances of them is how one gets through life. Yo, Yak. I was ready to roll, but currently the parking brake on Silver is frozen. So no can do. We can't use Silver. I'd already, everything was loaded. We were ready to go. And boom. Then next thing you know, I was like, what the heck? What's that weird noise? And the weird noise was the parking brake being engaged in the truck trying to push the trailer. We're currently throwing a jighead minnow. The only thing we've caught so far is a shad. It was a little shad, caught it off a jerkbait. Not what we're looking for, but it was still caught. So at least it wasn't a total waste. I have 4 rods here. I have this one for the jig head minnow. I have a crankbaiting rod. I've got the one that I use my jerk bait on. And I have one essentially slow moving bait rod. I want to put a Nico rig on and just try and Nico up a fish, but we'll see. It's going to be kind of difficult because we will be going against the grain here. So we will be coming up against the rocks. So we are going to utilize, let's just tie that Nico on right now. I have a shaky head, but that shaky head is going to get stuck, and that's all she wrote. But luckily I brought a whole bunch of Nico hooks. What happened with the trailer, dog? It got stuck. The trailer brake froze, so I couldn't disengage the trailer brake. So because of that, the boat can't move. Now, did I think of that prior to? No. So that's a lesson learned. Do not have the parking brake engaged when you are planning to use the boat the following day. Simple lesson learned. That is a cold breeze, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we got number 2 Nico hooks. I would probably like something a little bit more stout, but number 2 will work. Number 2 will definitely work. Yo, yeah, get a torch. I don't know about that, but Yak's got 5 on it. Fishing on the bank with me. Yak's got 5 on it. Let's hope we don't freeze out here, homie. Thank you very much, Yak. We had to do a On the Bank remix. I gotta get my beanie out. What am I catching? I think that says prayer. Prayer. I am currently catching just 1 shad. It was dumb. But I'm catching, I don't know, hopefully not a cold. I'm hopefully not catching a cold, and I'm going to catch a bass. That's the intent. The intent is to catch a bass. It is currently cold. I gotta get a nail weight. Never need nails in the house. And a worm. And then our Nico setup will be complete. Okay, that must be a new pack of worms, so that's good. We are throwing these Berkley Hitworm Magnums. This guy right here a Berkley Hitworm Magnum. We're gonna put this actual nail into the bottom of them, or the head, let's say. Put that in there. Only you grab your Nico hook and put it anywhere you want. In the meteor area up top, you hook it vertically. And bam, it dances down in the water like so. Hopefully this is enough to it's enough to tangle up on my rod tip. Hopefully that'll be enough to entice a bass to bite so we can get out of here. We are attempting to keep a streak alive. For those of you who are new to the channel, we're trying to keep a consecutive non-zero streak alive. We are currently at 30 times 7 plus potentially some double-digit number of days of consecutive non-zeros. We're gonna have to patiently work this Nico. And I will tell you, as soon as we catch one fish, we are bouncing. We're not out here gonna be like, yay, let's throw another one. No, bro. We're gonna be out here like, peace out. Have a great Sunday, guys. Y'all come back, you hear? Okay, Beanie showing support for the boys. Beanie engaged. All right, so we got a current coming out of the bridge right now. So it seems to be a decent current. It is pushing my Nico. Wow, Nico is stuck. Excellent, excellent. Sorry about the camera angle, guys. What games are we focusing on today? The answer is none, because I cannot see any of them. Uh-oh, did my mic come out? Can you guys still hear me? Hold on. Dang it. Something's gotta give. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean for you guys to come back to an old wrinkly face. But focusing on any games, because in order to focus on the games, I have to be able to see what's going on. I cannot see what's going on. Not in this configuration. Dang it, my Nico is stuck. All right, guys, just know that I am on the move trying to get this Nico unstuck. I just barely tied this fool on. How can he be stuck? Oh, that's bullshad. All right, guys. I think this Nico is gone. Son of a fish, I just barely tied that guy on. Okay. Pobre Nico. Nico is gone. Oh well. I can't believe that. All right, guys. Walk with me, talk with me. We're gonna go under the bridge. What dam is this? This is not a dam. This is... Let's see if I can hold my rod on one side and the phone as well. We are currently under a bridge. There is no dam here. All right, dudes. Well, that's an ugly face to be stuck on. What's going on here? There we go. I don't know what that was all about, guys. So, I'm gonna put you guys right in here. I don't know where this is, but right in about there. Just know that you are in a crevasse, essentially. We are gonna throw my American shad. Technically, the stash is American shad. This is terrible, bros. But we are cruising under the bridge. Terrible camera angles, but again, I do not have a way to hold the phone without it falling over. We are throwing a square bill crankbait out into the great wide open. A couple more steps out there and we'll be able to get to the other side. But we've already lost one Nico. It was terrible. This is a Lucky Craft CB BDS2, I believe. It dives about 2 to 5 feet. One good thing about being down here, I mean the car noise is terrible, but one good thing about being down here is that that there's no wind. There's wind out there, but not wind over here. It makes for tough casting angles, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Sam said, would it be awesome if we caught the BBL from the bank? It would. I don't foresee it happening, but it would. Now, in this particular area, I know a dude who caught himself a 7-pounder right here. I've caught a decent-sized fish here as well, but on the other side. So there are big fish here, but the problem is, how do we get them? Because usually to get those, I'm fishing the bottom. But I already lost a Nico setup. I mean, not that that's breaking the bank, but it might break the fingers. But I'm just looking for a bite, dog. I ain't even gonna get greedy. I'm just, give me a bite. And then I'll be out of here. Simple as that. I'm assuming there's already football games on. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Because currently I have no concept of time. Well, I'm gonna tell you, bro, if I look like a homeless dude under the bridge, well, that homeless dude is pretty warm because he's rocking some FXRs. So I would hope that he's rocking some FXRs. They're nice and toasty. Should I attempt to go that way? I don't think it's worth it just yet, because if I wet my boots, then or it at least shortens the amount of time that I can be out here, because wet boots are not going to be fun. So we will not go out there just yet. Bro, there is so much. I think that is like pigeon poop up there. It's almost like guano. I'll show you guys in a second. I think it's pigeon poop, but I don't know. Come on, baby, one time. I can't believe that my Nico on the first cast, it swam with the fishes. That's outrageous. So that's, yo, Yak, that's not a question that hasn't been asked, bro. I literally asked that this morning. I said, well, I could go to the neighbor's pond and probably pick one off. But then I decided, well, let's just go and fish the bank. So it was definitely asked, bro. But I think that was during the deep desperation, because the boat wasn't able to be moved. I was like, well, I guess we're gonna have to figure something out. But sometimes you gotta go back to the old school, bro. This bank, or this section right here, it was good to us the last time we've kept the streak alive in this area right here. My truck was being worked on, so I had to roll with my brother. And we kept the streak alive in this very location. Of course, it was under different conditions, like not extremely cold conditions, but mean, they were extremely dumb conditions because my brother was here and I was all like, bro, he didn't even really throw any lines, dude. He just talked the entire time. I don't even know what his deal was. All right, let's go back to the area we were. A cold, probably. Suggest I fish a dock or a ramp. Well, we'll see how the day plays out. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you guys this bat guano. I mean, pigeon, what I believe is pigeon guano, but I don't know what that is. That's gross, basically. So I think the pigeon's just a very humbling experience. What is a humbling experience, bro? That's the question, simply. What is a humbling experience right now? Now the question is, what rocks did I step on to get over here? That's the question. Oh, wait a second. I didn't see that part, bro. I'm over here trying to stay dry so I don't catch all the messages. So sorry to hear that, bro. Whew. Okay, we're out in the open. Good thing I was in wrestling. That is true. That is true. Did I smack the trailer with a mallet? Nah, bro. Now, I'm usually gentle to my equipment, bro. I try and be gentle to my equipment. If that's the way you get down, dead rabbit, then more power to you, dog. But I don't like having to pay for stuff, so I just let it naturally figure its way out. Let it figure out what it wants to do, and then we'll go from there. What's up with my hooks? All right. Okay, so this is catch number 2. Catch number 2, guys. We're almost twinsies. All right, so needless to say, there's a lot of bait here. All right, guys, I'm gonna Move you over here. We're gonna go for a cruise. We're gonna get into the wind. Sometimes you just gotta brave it. We've already gone forward and reverse, bro. It just makes the noise in both directions. All right, it's just time to get in the wind and say, forget about it. It's time to get gangster, bro. Too many waves for fishing. Oh, no. We like the chaos. It's time to mask up. Let's get it. No more hiding. Well, these gloves are terrible for stopping a bird's nest. All right, I'm gonna have to deal with this bird's nest real quick. Bird's nest fixed. Okay, let's get our gloves back on because that sucks. All right, let's try it again. These thumbs on the gloves are a little bit too long for me, so I'm going to have to figure out how to adjust. Yo, I don't know. I must be missing some super chats or something, guys, because I only know of somebody dropping 5 on it, but I didn't see another potential 5 that got dropped on it. So my apologies, but you know, I'll just be all like, somebody's got 5 on it, fishing on the bank with me. Somebody's got 5 on it. Who knows who it can be? All right, these gloves and this wind are not gonna work out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I might have to tighten my brakes. guides are frozen. Sure as shad, my guides are frozen. That's great. All right, crankbaiting might not be an option out here. Under the bridge, whatever, but with that wind chill, it is freezing up my guides. Well, let's go find another plan. I'm gonna go back to that Nico setup. I'm gonna try it. Let's try not to break it off because we have very limited amounts of resources. These gloves can't claim to be like where you could touch, but they don't work that great. CX, what's up? CX out here got the puns, bro. It's like, it's so cold, Silver had to take a break. Yeah, dip it in the water trick, but standing up on the bank, it's a little bit dumb to do so, as I was too high at that point. High in terms of, so don't twist it, guys. Getting out another Nico hook. I thought I set that Nico hook. I recessed it inside of the worm to the point where I didn't think I was gonna have a problem. But apparently, first cast, I did have a problem. So that sucked. Let's try this again. Nico attempt number 2. Get these mocos off of me. Oh, I forgot I got a line cutter on these things. Where is it? I'm over here biting this stuff off, but I got a line cutter on this. Super fancy. And sure as shit, it works. Gotta get out another nail. Sorry guys that you guys are staring at absolutely nothing. Another nail, another worm. Let's see what's up. All right, here we go again. Do not get stuck, fool. I don't know why I have to tell you this. Do not get stuck. And we're back, dudes. This time we're not gonna throw all the way in there, because apparently all the way in there causes you to get stuck. So we'll just toss right here real quick. It's very odd. The current seems to have shifted. Earlier the current was going in this direction, and now it's taking my Nico worm into the bridge. Well, and just like that, guys, things change. Things are changing out here, guys. Watching Bugs Bunny. Okay. I'm not sure if this Nico is ever going to have enough weight for it to reach the bottom and dance. Yeah, that fool just keeps on going. Where is it going? No one knows. Put a never dead nail on him. But usually when I put a never dead nail... Oh, wait a second. I have some Mag Dizzies here. I forgot about that. The Mag Dizzy probably has a better shot of hitting the bottom. Now the current has shifted, I will throw down into there. Since I'm throwing a slower moving bait. I can now check out what the chat is saying. Something about Aussies. Any fish? Horses. We have not had a single fish. We've had 2 little shad that we've caught. Actually, I have to check and see how much battery my phone currently has, because this live will only last until my phone's battery dies, and then I'll have to charge it, and then we'll have to, well, not necessarily, I'll just lose the mic. And then it's just going to get super noisy and super weird. I am currently throwing a Nico. A Berkley Magnum Hitworm on a Nico setup. See what happens if I throw it in this direction. And hopefully let it sink. We'll see what happens. It's on the tip of my rod. Some ice skunk. All right, so this is what happened. I got a little stuck. Old school. I see a ramp right there. We might go try it out. It's close enough, but then we will definitely be out in the wind. So that will definitely test our resolve. That ramp is in the sunshine. It's been in the sunshine for all the day, all the live long day. We're gonna have to think of different locations that we could hit up. How did I get stuck just right in front of me? Okay. I wanted to cast out that way, and the wind said, no, you will cast right here. And I said, all right, wind, wherever you say, we're good. We're good. Just go easy on me. I'm gonna throw the jig head minnow a couple times here, and then we're gonna probably bounce. Ah, you know what I didn't throw over there was a jerkbait. Maybe we go under the bridge and throw a jerkbait. Braid is kind of weird when it's cold. It's almost like it freezes. It is almost like braid freezes. Okay, guys, that is looking a lot like political talk, which is what we kind of try and avoid here on the channel, but Never give up. Dude, or Maria. Sorry about that. I said I will not give up. At least I won't go quietly, but we will see. Sorry about this angle right here, guys. It is not great. I am stepping on a different rock. What if I step on these two rocks? We are currently on a 30 times 7 plus some double-digit number of days of consecutive non-zeros. We are attempting to keep that streak alive. Right now, the boat is kind of not working. The boat works, but the trailer does not want to move. So, anyways. Hey, moderator. I know it's going to mean that you're going to have to go out into the cold. But can you... I put chocks on the tires. So can you see if that brake gave way? It's been in the sun for a little bit. And do not forget, guys, that we do have that subscriber giveaway. All you got to do is be a subscriber and put a comment in my 4.5K subscriber short, sorry. Go find that short on the channel, be a subscriber, and put a comment, and you will be entered to win a $50 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. The drawing will be held this Friday at 5 p.m. Central. You must be in the live when it is being drawn so that your prize. If you are not in that live, then we will draw again. We will draw again. And we will continue to do so until somebody has claimed the prize in the live. It's that simple, homies. And we will, I think we're at 6 G's in terms of subscribers. So we have to do a 4.5, a 5, a 5.5, and a 6. So we have to do those giveaways. So there will be more giveaways for you guys to... going under the bridge again. Let's see how we do this. I will put you guys in your little crevasse that we had for you guys over here. Yo, hooks, it's a little cold, dog. It just depends on where. You can see my breath coming out of here. So yeah, it's a little cold, dog. But the streak, we gotta at least attempt to keep the streak alive. Can't go down without a fight. Oh. I agree, dude. We will see what we get. Another 1,000, the 1,000th and first tax. Fishing under here currently. Keep out of the way. I can't tell if the brake is fixed or not. So, moderator, when you loosened it, did it pull back? With little force, yeah. So it hasn't released. How is there no mic? You can't hear a mic? Anybody else hear a mic? Just barely. It's low. Alright, hold on. Let me work this bait in and then I'll try. Let me. All right, how about now? Does that work? Does that work? Does it work now? I didn't think you were lying, Creel, but sometimes people's setups are like, yo, I can't hear you, but then I can hear you. Other people are like, yeah, I hear you. So I had to verify, bro. We have to get a second opinion. All right, so moderator, if it goes back with no resistance, then it's still frozen there. But you might want to check. It's because I think I loosened the tension knob on top. So maybe tighten it a little bit. I don't think you need to tighten it a lot. It's almost getting warm down here, guys. Now, that's when someone's going to type in, you have hypothermia, because when you have hypothermia, you feel warm all of a sudden, but that is not the case. So let me save you guys those characters. It is because I am out of the wind. Don't worry, GM. I'm telling you, bro, underneath this bridge right now, it ain't bad. There's no sun, but it ain't bad down here. We can do this. It's just outside in the wind where it becomes a little bit more dramatic, let's call it. Does anybody know what time it is? Because I currently have no access to time. $11:51. Thank you very much, Steve. Oh, moderator. L. Thank you all very much. So you see, there's a difference here, Escar. There's a difference. I am currently on a cellular network. I am not on Elon. So I'm using my phone to run this. So I can be under a bridge. Pros and cons, vato. I'm using my mobile data in order to bring you this boring situation here of no fish. All right, guys, we're gonna move to another location. There goes my glove touching, but I don't know how it touched. Okay. When I tighten the brake knob, it is harder to push down. No, not necessarily. Oh, it's very easy, simply. You just give it power, and then you're good to go. It's essentially just a it's essentially just a Wi-Fi setup, bro. So just give it power and you're good to go. Dang, that sounded like that car was right on top of me. Suzuki is right. It's a good thing I was in wrestling. All right, guys, so here's the deal. What we're gonna do is we're going to throw a jighead minnow for a little bit, but we are going to move. Get a battery bank. I don't know what the battery bank is. What's interesting is that you don't lose signal under the bridge. I do lose signal under the bridge if I have Elon, but I am not on Elon. I am on the cellular network right now. I have a power bank. Right now my microphone is connected to the power or the USB-C, so I cannot both charge and provide the audio that you guys are listening to right now at the same time. That is the issue that I'm having. So that's why we will see how long the audio portion remains like this. There are many technical issues that we have overcome here on the Rodcast. I was stuck on somebody's line. Let's get pues, crappie fishermen. What do you guys do out here? Just set up booby traps? I think I'm convinced that crappie fishermen do not even fish. All they do is set up line booby traps. It's almost like an obstacle course for both fishermen and fish. To ensure that the fish remain agile, the crappie fishermen leave all kinds of traps for them to swim through. Very, very thoughtful of them to do so, but not very cool if you are not able to go through them. Okay, I don't know what all that is, but but that's a lot of reading. So I'll have to read it on the back end because right now I am just fishing. So what I'll do is, when we move, I'm gonna shut off the stream, and then I'm going to allow my phone to charge a little bit in the vehicle as I'm driving to the next spot, and then that'll give it a little bit of juice, and then we'll plug the mic back in, and then we will go from there. I mean, this spot, I could see it from here, so it's not going to be far, but I do have to go around about in order to go to it because, one, I've never actually gone to that area, so I'll have to figure out how to get there. I can see it. It's not that complicated, but all right, 2 more casts with this jig-headed minnow, and then we will bounce. It's I think it's a shake, dog, because the cold is not that crazy. When it's not in the wind, bro, it's not that crazy. In fact, it's getting kind of toasty. I feel like I'm overdressed for the occasion. I gotta remember that I have 8-pound test, so I can't be just yanking fish in on this rod right here. All right, let's move, guys. We will move, so I will catch you guys on the next one. Let me just set up in the next location. You guys don't need to see me tripping and falling just to get up to the truck. So I will holler at you guys in a little bit. Better to have too much than not enough. That's what's up. The the parking brake is frozen, bro. Not the other brakes, the parking brake, because it was engaged. So then when I pop that up, it's all loose. It comes off too easy, and I tried to move, and then when the Maria, see you later. Sam, I'll holla. So then when I popped it back, it just it ended up getting stuck. Like, I mean, I could feel that it's loose, and then when I drive, the you could hear the parking brake being engaged. So, all right, dudes, I will see you on the next one. It shouldn't take long. I'm just gonna pack all the stuff, go up there, and do what I gotta do to get over there. So, let's see if we can continue the streak, guys. Fish around and find out.